In the annals of modern history, few figures have captivated the public imagination like Jeffrey Epstein. A man of wealth, power, and privilege, his life was a tapestry of intrigue and scandal, woven with threads of secrecy and deception. From his opulent mansions to his private island retreat, Epstein inhabited a world of luxury and excess. But beneath the facade of wealth and influence lay a darker truth, one that would eventually come to light with devastating consequences. Accused of heinous crimes against the most vulnerable in society, Epstein's fall from grace was swift and spectacular. Yet, even in death, the mysteries surrounding his life and demise continue to confound and intrigue. Join us as we journey into the heart of the Epstein Enigma, unraveling the web of secrets and lies that shrouded his world. From whispers of intelligence connections to allegations of foul play, the truth may be stranger than fiction. Prepare to delve deep into the shadows as we seek to uncover the truth behind the Epstein Enigma. Deep within the opulent walls of Jeffrey Epstein's Manhattan townhouse, a sinister secret lurked. Epstein had meticulously installed pinhole cameras throughout his residence, meticulously capturing the private moments of his unsuspecting victims. But Epstein's surveillance obsession didn't end there. Even his private island, Little St. James, was not spared. In her memoir, one victim described a secret control room filled with monitors, capturing every move of Epstein's guests. Was it a blackmail scheme, as some suggest? Or were there darker forces at play? The connection to intelligence agencies. Jeffrey Epstein's web of influence extended far beyond his lavish lifestyle and criminal activities. Enter Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's longtime associate and alleged accomplice, with ties to intelligence through her father, Robert Maxwell. Robert Maxwell, a media mogul, was suspected of being a secret agent for Mossad, MI6, and even the KGB. Some speculate that Epstein's lenient treatment in court was influenced by his connections to intelligence agencies, raising questions about his true role in the shadows. Legal battles and controversial plea. Deal. In the halls of justice, Epstein's power and influence cast a long shadow, leading to a controversial plea deal that shocked the world. Despite facing serious allegations of sexual abuse, Epstein managed to strike a sweetheart deal with prosecutors, pleading guilty to lesser charges and serving minimal jail time. Outrage erupted as victims and advocates decried the injustice of the plea deal, sparking calls for accountability and transparency. Today, civil lawsuits against Epstein and Maxwell continue, seeking justice for the countless lives shattered by their actions. The mysterious death of Jeffrey Epstein. The saga of Jeffrey Epstein takes a chilling turn with his untimely demise, shrouded in mystery and suspicion. On August 10, 2019, Epstein was found dead in his jail cell, allegedly by suicide. However, the circumstances surrounding his death raise more questions than answers. Conspiracy theories abound, suggesting that Epstein's death was not a suicide, but rather a well-orchestrated plan to silence him. Many believe that powerful individuals with much to lose may have orchestrated Epstein's demise to protect their own interests. Compounding the suspicion is the mishandling of crucial evidence, including surveillance footage and malfunctioning cameras. The FBI and Department of Justice have launched investigations into Epstein's death, but the truth remains elusive, leaving the public grappling with the unsettling possibility of a high-profile cover-up. Unraveling Epstein's legacy. Despite Epstein's death, the fight for justice continues as his victims bravely step forward to share their stories and seek accountability. The Epstein scandal has sparked a reckoning, shining a spotlight on the pervasive culture of abuse and exploitation that festers in the shadows of power and privilege. It serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need to reform our institutions and hold those responsible for their actions, regardless of their wealth or influence. While Epstein may be gone, his legacy serves as a rallying cry for justice, inspiring a movement that refuses to be silenced in the face of corruption and impunity. The Epstein Enigma, a web of connections. To fully understand the Epstein saga, one must unravel the intricate web of connections he cultivated over the years, a network that reaches into the highest echelons of power. Epstein's infamous Little Black Book contained the names of prominent politicians, celebrities, and business magnates, raising questions about the extent of his influence and the nature of his relationships. Some believe Epstein acted as a facilitator, providing access to underage girls in exchange for favors, while others suggest he was a mere pawn in a larger game of manipulation and exploitation. Complicating matters further is Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's longtime associate and alleged accomplice, whose ties to powerful figures add another layer of intrigue to the story. Speculation abounds about Epstein's possible ties to intelligence agencies, with some suggesting he was a valuable asset used to gather compromising information on influential individuals. The theory of Epstein using blackmail to maintain control over his powerful associates gains traction, fueling speculation about the true motives behind his illicit activities. As the investigation unfolds, calls for transparency and accountability grow louder, demanding answers to the lingering questions surrounding Epstein's enigmatic connections and the extent of his influence. While the full extent of Epstein's network may never be fully known, one thing remains clear. The pursuit of truth and justice will persist, driven by the voices of survivors and the relentless pursuit of accountability. Unraveling Epstein's legacy, the quest for justice. As the world grapples with the revelations of Epstein's heinous crimes and the complexities of his connections, a new chapter unfolds. A chapter marked by the pursuit of justice and the quest for accountability. In the aftermath of Epstein's death, legal battles rage on, with survivors seeking justice through civil lawsuits and the pursuit of criminal charges against his alleged co-conspirators. According to survivors, they will not rest until every individual who played a role in Epstein's crimes is brought to justice. Investigations into institutional failures shed light on the systemic shortcomings that allowed Epstein to evade justice for so long, sparking calls for reform and accountability within the criminal justice system. Lawmakers respond to public outcry by introducing legislation aimed at closing loopholes and strengthening protections for survivors of sexual abuse, signaling a shift towards greater accountability and transparency. Across the globe, survivors, advocates, and allies stand in solidarity, united in their determination to dismantle systems of power and privilege that enable exploitation and abuse. Beyond legal and legislative action, a cultural shift takes root, a shift marked by increased awareness, empathy, and support for survivors, challenging the societal norms that perpetuate silence and stigma. Though the road to justice may be long and arduous, the voices of survivors ring clear, guiding us towards a future where accountability prevails, and the legacy of Epstein serves as a stark reminder of the importance of speaking truth to power. The Epstein Enigma: unanswered questions and lingering doubts. Despite the passage of time and the efforts of investigators, the Epstein saga remains shrouded in mystery, with unanswered questions and lingering doubts casting a long shadow over the official narrative. The circumstances surrounding Epstein's death raise numerous red flags, from lapses in security to irregularities in surveillance footage. It's clear that there's more to this story than meets the eye. The destruction of crucial evidence, such as the surveillance video from Epstein's first suicide attempt, only adds to the skepticism surrounding the official account of events. Conspiracy theories abound, fueled by speculation about Epstein's alleged ties to intelligence agencies and powerful figures. From claims of faked deaths to suggestions of elaborate escape plans, the truth seems elusive, lost amidst a maze of deception and intrigue. The legacy of doubt lingers, haunting those who seek closure and justice for Epstein's victims. With each new revelation and twist in the narrative, the truth slips further from grasp, leaving only a trail of unanswered questions in its wake. As we grapple with the enigma of Epstein's life and death, one thing remains certain: the need for continued scrutiny and vigilance. Only by confronting the shadows of secrecy and confronting the truth can we hope to unravel the mysteries that surround this complex and troubling case. As we reach the end of our journey into the Epstein Enigma, one thing becomes abundantly clear: the truth remains elusive, hidden in the shadows of power and privilege. From the corridors of power to the halls of justice, the Epstein saga continues to reverberate, sparking questions and controversy at every turn. But amidst the uncertainty and doubt, one thing remains certain: the search for truth will never end. For those who seek justice, the quest continues, fueled by a relentless determination to uncover the secrets that lie hidden in the darkness. Until next time, may we never cease in our pursuit of truth, no matter where it may lead.